Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy Eck with the Boathouse. Today we are doing an overview of Sportsman Boats and why the Boathouse absolutely loves this product, the brand, everything about it. So Sportsman Boats offers bay boats, offshore boats, anything from 20 feet all the way up to 35 foot. In order for a dealer to choose a manufacturer, there's a lot of items that go into it. Everything from quality of the brand, the relationship with the manufacturer, the customer service aspect of it, the customer enjoyment of the brand, the backing of warranty. There's a lot of bits and pieces that go into why a manufacturer and a dealership want to do business together. So us with Sportsman, we pride ourselves on being one of the top dealerships in the nation for Sportsman Boats. We are very lucky to have had it now for multiple years at our Florida locations, and now we're starting to venture into the brand in our Midwest location. So it's really, really exciting. Today I want to go over just a bunch of different little features on anything from their bay boats to their smaller offshore boats to their larger offshore boats, and kind of explain what things really stand out on a Sportsman and what makes them different from a lot of the competitors in the same class. So why don't we walk around, we'll hop on a couple different boats and kind of show you those features. Right now we are standing on the Sportsman 247. In their bay boat models that I was talking about, they offer anything from their tournament series, which is their lowest gunnel height size, more of a crossover between a flats boat and a bay boat. The next step up is going to be their Masters series, which they go from 20 foot to 26 foot. So right now we're standing on the 24 foot version. A couple of the major things that Sportsman really prides themselves on and that I like to talk about as I'm going through these boats, we'll start off in the back. On a bay boat, one thing you want to have is nice, large casting platforms. Plenty of room to be standing on the back of this boat, away from the T-top, whether you're fly fishing, fishing any mangroves, or want to get on top and be able to cast well. Nice, large platforms. As you open up the live wells, one, they're nice, large openings to get to bait. One thing you're going to notice on all Sportsmans and all their sizes is they're going to have what they call as friction hinges. What that does is the boat's rocking around, it's going to hold open these lids. So wherever you stop it, it's going to go ahead and stop. Great for fishing if you're rocking around trying to get bait out. You don't have to hold the lid with one hand while you got a rod in one hand, a hook in that hand, trying to scoop bait. You're also, if you're on an offshore boat and someone's trying to get a bag out of underneath of a seat, that lid's going to hold open. Underneath that lid, you'll notice that every single boat or lid in this boat is going to be a finished lid with a pressure seal. What that does is stops a lot of the rattle, seals them off, makes it really, really nice. Another thing back here that I like, you open up this seat, one nice, large, comfortable seat, but you're also going to have what they call as their easy access hatch. If you're working on any boat, if you're a mechanic or a rigger that needs to work on these boats and get to everything, it's very wide open to get to. You're not going through small pie plates, or even as a do-it-yourselfer. You can crawl down there, see the pumps, get to everything. It's really nice and clean. You're not seeing a bunch of bare fiberglass anywhere to get yourself stuck with. Really easy access to work on anything, close off any of your seacocks, whatever you need to do to get down in there. Flip that back up, close that lid. Again, it locks in place, so as a fisherman, it is very nice and stable to walk on. It doesn't feel like it is a lid that opens up. It feels like part of that platform. Moving forward a little bit more, every single Sportsman boat, you're going to notice as well having this black dash. What that does, gives you a really clean look, reduces down on glare. You've got ability to put in multiple display screens. This one's going to have a single 1243. We have the ability to add a second 1243 as well. Nice clean toggle switches. They're all stainless steel. You're not using the plastic rockers that break over time. Even the push button LED illuminated ones, those tend to break a lot more. Just your standard toggle switch seems to be a really good option. I'm moving forward a little bit further. Again, another benefit on these bay boats, nice open deck, whether you're using it for fishing or you outfit it with all of your seat cushions, and it's a great spot for at the beach, if you're hanging out at the lake at a sandbar, whatever the case may be there. Really nice large storage, again, all finished off lids, pressure seals, finished off boxes. All these boxes are going to be insulated on these boats as well. So those are just some quick little things that I like to talk about on these boats. Let's jump on a Sportsman 212 and take a look at that quick. Before we jump on this 212, I did want to point out, so I got a 247, another one sitting here right next to the 212. One thing I like to point out is going to be that gunnel height. So as you notice on the 247, it's going to be a little bit shallower, which does give you that shallower draft. But still a nice Carolina style flare on that. You will notice it does kind of curve up. It keeps it for a very nice dry ride for a bay boat. And then as you jump to the 212, you go into their offshore style model. Going to be a deeper gunnel height, a little more Carolina flare. And once we go over and look at the 30, you'll notice it's even more. Another really big benefit that I talk about, you look at the lifting strakes on here. They are full length lifting strakes on these boats, which gives them a lot more lift in the water, a very stable, dry ride, and just creates for a really, really nice ride, whether you're in backwater, offshore, whatever the case may be. So as we climb on this 212, the 21-foot length offshore boat, this is actually their smallest offering and their open or heritage model. The main differences between those two models is the open is going to be more geared towards your fishermen. Flip up rear seat, full length walk through up in the bow to give you more of that open platform so you can walk around and fish the entire boat. You switch to the 211, 231, 261 redesign for 2022. You're going to notice a full length bench seat across the back, a little bit more rounded seating up in the front for a little bit more comfort and just more capacity sitting down inside the boat. But as you look at the boat, you're going to notice still all the same features throughout their entire lineup. Oversized piping, your dual displays on that black dash, all that nice switching. Even in the back of the boat, like I was talking about on that 247, you got your flip down rear seat here, as well as you can pop this seat out and pull out the access pack and get back into your bilge then. Again, really nice, easy access to work on, whether it's a technician getting down to fix something, or if you got a bilge pump going out, seatcock you want to close, the whole 9 yards. Another really nice thing that I like to point out on the offshore boats is you do have really nice ample seating. This is only a 21-foot boat, but still nice long length. You do have backrest. Like we discussed before, all of your seats, underneath your seats on those friction hinges. Again, everything's going to be insulated on this boat as well. So it does make for, you can use any of these compartments as a cooler or dry storage, whatever would work best for you. Down below, you do still have room for a head in this boat. You could put a porta potty in it for those longer days out in the water. Really nice feature on all their boats as well. You have access to the backside of your electronics and all the consoles. So you're not going through pie plates trying to reach to get to everything. You're just going to have a covering that you can pull off and access everything on the boat. Another thing you'll notice on a Sportsman is caulking. It sounds like a simple, small item. They use all black caulking. The benefit of that is it's not going to show mold like you'll notice on the white caulking. A lot of white caulk you'll end up getting, it turns gray, you'll see the mold in it. A lot of manufacturers do not use black caulk because you have to have a nice straight line. You have to have a really nice clean look. If it's not perfectly straight, it stands out a lot more on the black than it would in the white. So just small little subtle features that Sportsman does an amazing job on to really push that fit and finish to that next level. As I talk about boats in general, I'll typically classify them in like a good, better, best option. Where I play Sportsman is in the very upper echelon of the better. They've got a lot of the same features and qualities as the best boats, but they just don't have that long-standing heritage name that you'll see with some of the best boats, like Everglades, that you are going to that we offer, that you are going to pay for the name a little bit for that heritage and that absolutely amazing build quality. With the Sportsman, you got to get a lot of those same features, just in more of a price point, budget-friendly package. So. Again, this is the 212. If we were to go with the 211 model, you would see a full-length bench seat across the rear here. But still, 21-foot boat, plenty of room to walk around. All really nice powder coating. So let's walk over to the 302 and check that out. So now we are standing on the Sportsman 302. This is part of their new generation build they're offering now with their full grid stringer system that is touching the full running surface of the boat, to all their new D-tubing, which is an absolutely amazing fit and finish piece. It integrates all the piping into the actual console itself, giving you a lot more room to walk around, something that many of the competitors are not doing. That's even now being released in their new 247, 261, 262, 282, 302, 322, and 352. So really nice feature on these boats that they have to offer. Another awesome feature that they're adding are these aquarium style live wells. They're going to be pressurized live wells. Again, I know I've mentioned it multiple times, but it is very important. Friction hinges, pressure seals. It just gives you that really nice fit and finish feel. They've also done dual dive doors on either side, dual fuel fills on these boats. So whether you're pulling up to a dock on either the port or starboard side, it is going to be covered and taken care of. Integrated hooks for the ladder. They do a lot of things that they think of that a lot of other manufacturers may skip out on, even though it's just a little thing. Looking at the dash here, again, going back to that black dash, really nice clean display. Something on their bigger boats that they're now offering as well, they've gone to this full digital switching. It makes it really nice and clean. You got no toggle switches anywhere on the dash. You got full control of everything right here at your fingertip. It also allows you to have a little key fob that you can turn on lights, turn on power, the whole 9 yards right there. Moving further forward, again, the full wraparound seating up front that they do on all their offshore boats. You got a power table that's really nice. As well as down below, like we talked about on their heads, they do a fully finished off head. Really nice access to all the electronic panel. If you need to get to anything, it's easily accessible. They're just really trying to think of all the little stuff that you may just skimp over or not talk about it in your daily communication with these boats, but once you start running them and using them, it's important pieces. Whether that be your access down to your bilge, your access to your electronics, the full integration with the Garmin systems, with all of your motors, lighting, the whole 9 yards. Another big thing with Sportsman I like to talk about is the fact that they've got a fully air-conditioned facility. That's all the way from their molds and their fiberglass work all the way to the finished product line. They've got a test tank on site that they're dropping their larger boats in to check all systems. They do all their own welding, and they're really trying to do everything they can to be one of those premium manufacturers without going to that full next step of charging that premium. You get on a lot of very high-end boats, they're using all Gemlux hardware. Sportsman uses Gemlux hardware. They're doing JL Audio sound system. Sportsman does JL Audio sound system. Garmin displays with integrated switching. Again, all done here on the Sportsman boats. Even stuff as small as the steering. A lot of manufacturers will go to Optimus steering or something that's not quite as expensive as either the Yamaha steering or the Mercury steering. Sportsman now for 2022, for all their bigger stuff, has gone over to all that Yamaha or Mercury integrated steering. So if you have any questions on the Sportsman product line, feel free to give me a call and ask me. I'd love to go through any of the boats with you. If you have any questions on how Sportsman does it in comparison to a competitor, let me know. I'd love to help out. I truly believe that this has been a wonderful product for the consumer, for the boathouse, and just in general, I think Sportsman Boats does a home run in terms of their quality. So we're so happy to have them as a company here at our Florida stores. We're really excited that they're going to be offered at our Midwest locations, and keep putting them on the water. You're going to be happy with them. Thanks.